Hello, welcome in everybody to the stream. I am Charlie Merriman, I'm merry by name, I'm merry by nature, and my aim, as always, is to make your day as merry as it possibly can be. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. A really fun team. DUSK, Necrozma, and FROSMOTH. We'll be taking a much deeper dive into the team itself in just a moment, but for now, how are we all doing? Hope your weeks are off to a very good start. Tuesday already, I always stream VGC on Tuesdays, and as soon as I saw this team, that Zach Immersion made day 2 with at the San Antonio Regional Championships last weekend, I knew I had to try it out. I've been practicing with it on ladder, in-game, and it's a lot of fun, so I cannot wait to showcase it. And I'm streaming Shiny Hunting tomorrow. I'm streaming my Ledian only run of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond on Thursday. We're getting through Victory Road on that. The end is nigh for that challenge, but the Elite Four is going to be tough in itself, so don't hold your breath. It could take a good few attempts to do the Elite Four, but anyway, here we are for some VGC. I am a caster for the Pokemon Video Game Championship Series and a content creator. Some of you might know me from my podcast Chazingdra Chats, where we take a stroll through the life stories of people in the Pokemon community, discovering the 6 Pokemon on their dream team along the way. But for now, I'm streaming with this really fun team, so without further ado, let's take a look at this team in its preview. Well, hello. Ben, Alex, welcome to the stream. Ben, so most creators, I'll show them meta teams. Charlie, what's the most off-meta bizarre team I can find this week? That's exactly right, Ben. I do get a kick out of showcasing some teams that might not be on people's radars. But, you know, still made day 2 at San Antonio, so it's got some good results to its name. We'll just have to see how we fare with it tonight and still come back for the chaos because it's something special. Certainly is, Ben. I'm glad you think it's something special. That's the aim. Alex, hello. Good to see you, my friend. Of course, wonderful person who designed the thumbnail for my 8192 Birmingham Shiny Challenge video that's on the channel right now. I'm looking forward to creating all sorts of other kinds of content too, like that. Something a little bit different. So, hope you're all looking forward to what's in store. I've got my Safari Week video that I'm working on from 2024. Finally, I hope to get that out, you know, in not too distant future. I was editing some of that today, actually. Well, hello there, Ronnie. Welcome to the stream. Always a pleasure. So, take a look at this team. And you've got the rental code on screen there as well if you want to try it out yourselves. DUSK Necrozma. Let's talk about the restricted Pokemon first. Prism Armor reduces the damage taken from super effective attacks. That makes Necrozma all the bulkier on the field. It's relatively bulky anyway. Steel and Psychic. When Zach shared this team online, Zach said that, you know, Steel and Psychic, it hits a lot of the format for good damage. It's just defensively it can struggle. So Prism Armor really pays dividends there, but you'll notice it has Terra Normal. That means that against Calyrex Shadow Riders that otherwise would deal super effective damage, it can be completely immune to those big Astral Barrages. Clear Amulet means that you cannot lower Necrozma's stats, which is really helpful. Intimidate, of course, everywhere in the format, especially with Incineroar at the moment. So Clear Amulet really pays dividends. Hello there, Luke. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Hope you're having a merry day. Hope your week's off to a good start. Welcome in, Jimina. Is it Jimina? I hope I'm pronouncing that okay, but always a pleasure to see you. Welcome back to the stream. Thank you for the luck. The team is certainly a lot of fun. Yeah, really good feedback on your thumbnail, Alex, as there should be. It came out so very well. And yeah, it should be good fun. I'm sorry that you weren't able to participate in the Grand Challenge or the Global Challenge this past weekend. Looking forward to hearing how everyone got on in the Global Challenge. And hello, Double T. Always a pleasure to see you. Welcome in. So, Necrozma Sunsteel Strike, that is the sort of signature move of this Pokemon. I guess Photon Geyser is as well, actually. But Sunsteel Strike, good steel type damage, and Photon Geyser, that hits on the physical side if your Pokemon is a physical attacker rather than special, which Necrozma here is. So that's very helpful. Trick Room as well, not the fastest Pokemon, and Protect. Speed tiers are going to be really crucial in the battles here and working out when we want to set up that Trick Room and when we don't. Now let's talk about FROSMOTH, its best buddy. So, it's a little bit offensive, a little bit defensive. Ice Beam, Bug Buzz, that hits so much of the format for really good damage. I mean, Bug Buzz, that's going to hit in DD Female, for example. That's a Pokemon that otherwise can be quite difficult to remove swiftly from the field. Ice Beam, Ice is just one of the best offensive types. Also, though, Let's not forget, Frosmoth matches up really well into some of the common Pokemon in the format. Of course, Calyrex Ice Rider is not going to take much damage from that, for example. You do have Terra Dragon, so I've got to be careful about that. That would make Ice-type moves suddenly super effective rather than not very effective. But Wide Guard is absolutely crucial. Wide Guard means that your team is entirely protected from spread moves like the Glacial Lances, like the Astral Barrages, like the Precipice Blades, like the Origin Pulses, like the Water Spouts, etc., etc., etc. Our opponents have to be very careful about clicking those spread moves when there is Frosmoth there threatening things on the field. And safety goggles means that its moves cannot be redirected from Rage Powder or indeed be put to sleep with Spore from Amoonguss. And then Protect just to buy you a little bit of time. Keep that slot safe for one turn on the field. So really useful Pokemon here, and Ice Scales the ability that halves the damage taken, I think it halves, the damage taken from special attacks. Absolutely unbelievable. An incredible ability, and it's Pokemon that otherwise, as an Ice and Bug type, struggles defensively, so kind of patches that up. Frosmoth, always, especially in Generation 9, in the Dynamax format, struggle a bit more, but in Generation 9, seems to always find some kind of niche place in the format. So let's see how it performs tonight. Then otherwise, we've got Single Strike Urshifu, Landorus Incarnate, Ogerpon Hearthflame, and Raging Bolt. So Single Strike Urshifu with the Focus Sash means it can take at least one attack and stay around on the field. Terra Stella to boost its fighting and dark type moves. It gets a one-time boost for any move of a different type that it uses. Sucker Punch priority, really, really helpful to snipe a threat off before it can deal damage to you. Close Combat, big fighting type damage, and Wicked Blow, of course, big burst damage of a dark type move as well. Unseen Fist, of course, means that it can hit through Protect. Detect, the same as Protect. Landorus, Sheer Force and Life Orb, a classic combination. Sheer Force means that you don't deal with the secondary effects of moves, and that stacks with the Life Orb as well, so you don't take any little recoil damage from the Life Orb, and you just have very, very powerful attacks. Earth Power, Sludge Bomb for coverage, and then Sandsear Storm, spread move, excuse me, and it becomes 100% accurate in the rain. Raging Bolt, Assault Vest bolstering its special defense, but it means it can't use any status moves. That means it's got 4 attacking moves: Thunderbolt, Thunderclap. Thunderclap is essentially an electric version of Sucker Punch. Draco Meteor for big burst dragon type damage, and Electro Web to reduce the speeds over on the other side of the field. Photosynthesis will come into play if the sun is set up by our opponent, boosting its most proficient stat. And the Terra Fairy to switch up its defenses. It means, for example, it would no longer take super effective damage from ground type moves. And finally, this Ogerpon Hearthflame. So, follow me, classic move on Ogerpon, redirect moves to protect the rest of your team. Spike a Shield, Light Protect, but if the opposing Pokemon is making contact with your Ogerpon, it's going to take a little bit of recoil damage. Woodhammer, big grass type damage, but you do take some recoil health from that move. And then Ivy Cudgel becomes a fire type. And if you Terrasalize lots into the Fire Terror here, of course, you get a boost to your attack as well. So it's a Pokemon that doubles up as supportive and offensive, and Mold Breaker means that it can hit through, it can ignore abilities in certain cases, and that will become clear as and when the situation arises. So, in terms of common leads, I mean, I've only got in a few practice games with this team, but it's certainly a lot of fun. Frosmoth is great for immediately mitigating the threat of Groudon, Kyogre, Calyrex Ice Rider, or Shadow Rider that have access to those big spread moves. It's pretty offensive, as you can see, this team. Landorus, Urshifu, you can lead those and immediately threaten big damage. You can lead your Ogerpon and the Necrozma. Distract while you set up Trick Room. Follow me with the Ogerpon, that is. Set up Trick Room with the Necrozma, etc. So all sorts of things you can do with the team. And let's not forget the Frosmoth can be offensive as well. I cannot wait to get into these battles. Trick Room certainly is, Ben. Certainly is. Your favourite. Himina. Okay. Of course, no worries. I'm sorry, I had to clarify that, but just to be safe, just to be clear and make you feel welcome. So thanks so much for being here, Himina. Your Sunflora team did all right on the ladder. Yeah, exactly. It's such a shame that you weren't able to participate in the Global Challenge, Alex, and I look forward to hearing more about your Sunflora team. Sounds like so much fun. Yeah, the team does have some good balance, doesn't it, Himina? It's got some good tools at its disposal, and it did make day 2 at San Antonio, so it's really got stuff going for it. Curious to know how this team is trained. Yeah, that's something I need to brush up on myself as well, Ben, so we'll find out together in game. I think you can be relatively flexible, but we'll work that out in game. Hello there, Toast. It certainly is a beefy team. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you again. I saw that you posted your finished Kurt's house in the Discord, and I cannot wait to see that. As soon as you posted it, my phone then offloaded Discord, which was very annoying, but it was saving space and just got rid of Discord. I had no say in the matter. But I look forward to seeing that finished Kurt's house that I know you've been working on for so long. And how's your Celebi hunt going? So good to see you again, Toasted. On the chat tomorrow, Ronnie, it's going to be Joe Bernard, trading card game caster and content creator as OmniPoke. So that's going to drop overnight tonight on audio apps and 3 p.m. UK time tomorrow on YouTube. So then everyone take a note of that rental code if you want to try out this team yourself. It's also going to be in the description below. Team built by Zach and Merzian. You can see Zach's name on screen there. And without further ado, shall we get into these battles? I've been looking forward to this all day, as I always do when I'm streaming, hanging out with you all and flexing our competitive muscles here. New season certainly has started. My first time playing in February. So the side quest metagame here is going to be can we reach Master Ball on this stream with Dustmane, Necrozma, and Frostmoth. 4,289. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, look at all that. 5 Bitter Herba Mysticas, 300,000 lead points, 2 Lurbles, that's nice. Gold bottle cap, 3 bottle caps, and ability pouch. That's going to be so useful for building teams in the future. So, thank you, game. And thank you, me, for reaching Master Ball tier, I guess. So, double battle, the official competitive format, and how far. Right. Let me just focus. And let's go. What have we all been up to so far this week? I hope our weeks are off to a good start. Some of you, the eagle-eyed amongst you, might have noticed I've had a little haircut. It was about time, and always feels like a fresh start, doesn't it, when you get a haircut? And speaking of fresh start, let's see what's going to be our first matchup tonight. So, Koraidon, this is an interesting team. Sort of it seems like a combination of a couple of different teams right now in the format. So, Koraidon, Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, Raging Bolt, Frigoroth, and Iron Hand. So, Koraidon with its son can set up the photosynthesis of Raging Bolt and Fluttermane. Bolsters the fire-type damage coming out from Chi-Yu as well. Mainly Terra Fire is what you see on Koraidon at the moment. You can see Terra Steel, Frigoroth, and Iron Hand. So, Frigoroth for a Trick Room mode to reverse other opponents' Trick Room. Iron Hand's for a bit of fake out and support. So, what's looking good here? I mean, there's a lot of fire, but Frostmoth at least hits Koraidon super effective. We also have a psychic type damage, which is super effective into Koraidon. Very nice. Got to be careful of Chi-Yu. And if Fluttermane has a ghost move, but we don't often see that. They're fun nicknames as well on the team, aren't they? Do we want to set up Trick Room here? We possibly do. Yeah, we probably do, don't we? So, we want to lead Necrozma. Ogerpon, we can follow me. Landorus and Urshifu, I think. Yeah. Landorus is going to be really nice into all their fire types, especially if their Koraidon terastallizes into the fire type. Glad you're doing good, Toasted. Thank you. Doing very well as well. Thank you, Toasted. You need a break from shiny head Celebi hunting. The rascal is elusive. Well, let's hope it shines for you soon. Okay, Iron Hand's Fluttermane. Interesting. This should have more of an update, but it's just been more EUIC prep. Fair enough, Ben, yes. And I believe that you weren't doing the global challenge and also focus on that prep, which I think was very wise. So, they do have fake out on the field. This could be Trick from Fluttermane for all we know. It's not Covert Cloak on our Necrozma. It's Clear Amulet. Who do we want to get rid of more here? Probably Fluttermane. I think they're going to fake out the Necrozma anyway. I think we just attempt a Sunsteel Strike here. And we could Ivy Cudgel as well, actually. Yeah, let's do that. We'll Ivy Cudgel Fluttermane too. Okay, they do fake out the Necrozma. No surprises there. Taunt. Okay, fair enough. So we now can't set up Trick Room. So maybe they're familiar with this team. Ivy Cudgel, At least we get this off. It is Focus Sash. Oh no, it's not. It's Citrus Berry. It just took the Ivy Cudgel. Wow. Okay. Fine. Well, what we can do... How many... Okay, 2 more turns taunted, of course. Do we want to pivot around a bit here? I don't think we do. I think we want to... Do we want to Terra? No, I don't think so. We can... Photon, Geyser, Iron Hands. And... I think we do want to get rid of this Fluttermane, so let's Ivy Cudgel Fluttermane. Oh, it does have Shadow Ball, goodness. Could have Terra Normal there. Most Fluttermane don't have Shadow Ball these days, but look at that. Look how well we take it, my goodness. That's Prism Armor for you. Then we get the crit there. Well, on the previous turn, we could have just got rid of the Fluttermane in 1 hit. So here comes the Photon, guys. Let's see how much damage this does to the Iron Hands. Oof, lovely damage. Could still be Assault Vest. Drain Punch does a decent amount to us. Annoyingly. Here's Chi Yu. Okay. Obviously, Chi Yu threatens Necrozma for a knockout here. Terra Normal probably isn't even worth it at this point. I kind of do want to get rid of the Iron Hands, get them down to their final 2. Which is presumably Koraidon in the back. So we could switch out. No, we'll just protect. Oh, we can't, because we're taunted. Oh dear. And Ivy Cudgel. That meant to be the Iron Hands. I was running out of time. Okay, but it's going to be the Iron Hands switching anyway. That's okay. So, Necrozma going down here. I forgot. Well, no, I didn't forget that we were taunted. I just ran out of time. However, I didn't really want to switch anything in to take that. That might turn out to be a mistake, but okay. So that's Life Orb, Chi Yu. Oh my goodness! Was that a crit? We take that. We take that. With Ivy Cudgel, it does have a boosted critical hit chance. Was boosted by the sun as well. Very nice. Okay, so who do we want to send in here? Probably preserve the Focus Ash on our Urshifu, and still haven't Terra'd. Oh, Terra Steel isn't very nice here. An active Fake Out is incoming too. Could be Choice Band, of course. Okay, we'll go into Landorus. Since you mentioned it, Ben, let's take a little look at how our Pokemon are trained, because that is going to be pretty crucial heading into future games. So that's pretty offensive. Ogerpon, very defensive and speedy. Necrozma, lots of special defense there. And then max attack, max speed with Urshifu. Okay, so I guess we just double protect here. They haven't Terra'd yet. Yeah, let's just double protect. You sometimes see Swords Dance, Iron Hands. I guess you could on Koraidon, but yeah, we'll see. So they haven't Terra'd either. If it is Choice Band, we'll see what it's locked into now. So they fake out the Landorus. Breaking Swipe. Okay. Sure. So Breaking Swipe. Oh yeah, and the Spiky Shield. Very nice little recall damage there. Breaking Swipe. is a physical attack that lowers the attack stat of both opponents that it hits. So I'm surprised they locked into that as opposed to a big burst damage. They're now disincentivized from Terra Fire. I think I would like to Earth Power Koraidon and I'll Ivy Cudgel the Iron Hands just because Urshifu in the back can't deal with it so well. Okay, then now they Terra. Iron Hands into Grass. Okay, well, we Ivy Cudgel that slot. It's now taking super effective damage. But the Breaking Swipe presumably just goes off first anyway, yes, and takes out our Ogerpon. Critical hit on Ogerpon. Pleased to see that, to be honest. Landorus walls this Iron Hands pretty effectively. How much damage is this doing? Okay. They do have Heavy Slam. Ooh, that did more damage than I expected. So. Interesting. We can protect Landorus. That's probably our best play. And we... Oh, does Wicked Blow get it? Doesn't matter really because we have the Focus Sash, I guess. Protect Landorus and... Are they going to protect Koraidon here? Protect Landorus, we close combat the Koraidon. I think. If they protect... Well, they can't protect Koraidon, can they? Phew. Good. Because we just hit through it with Unseen Fist. Very nice. Breaking Swipe does reduce our attack, but... Close combat should be enough damage. I could have Terra Stella'd there. That might have been the play. Okay, we get the knockout anyway. Fine. Drain Punch the Urshifu. Ooh, that's good play. That's good play, but we do have Sludge Bomb that now hits their Iron Hand super effective. If it doesn't get the knockout, then GG. Very close. But hopefully it does. We could even Terra Steel here. Just in case. Why don't we do that? Because they went for Heavy Slam before. So we would then resist it. Just in case this Iron Hands hangs on through Sludge Bomb. Do you think that Koraidon was locked into Breaking Swipe? It didn't look like a Choice Band. Oh no! Good thing we Terra'd Heavy Slam. Ah! Oh, very close. Ah, that's so disappointing. I mean... We did get that lucky critical hit onto the Chi-Yu and knocked it out. Don't know how crucial that was. It was the right decision to Terra Steel there. No, indeed, Alex. Yeah. How could we have done that differently? I guess I kind of let the Necrozma go for relatively free, which is a shame. I guess it was Assault Vest. Iron Hands, although the Photon Geyser did so much to it when we used that with Necrozma. The Drain Punch really saved them, didn't it? Maybe that Koraidon was locked into Breaking Swipe. Maybe we should have gone for the KO onto the Iron Hands with Urshifu. Yeah, that would have been safer, I guess. Yeah, because Drain Punch, the recovery that afforded them was crucial, actually. I guess I was honing in too much on Koraidon being the big scary threat, but yeah. Well, fun game and well played to my opponent. But otherwise, am I pleased with how I played that? I think so. As I say, I think I could have preserved the Necrozma a little bit better. What other Pokemon could we have brought? Frostmoth wouldn't have been great here. And Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt could have been good, I guess. No, I think I like how I played it, to be honest. It was just, yeah, really, really tight endgame there. Well, you missed the entire match, Ben. Well, it was very close. And then their Iron Hands hung on with a sliver, and they won in the end. But I think we both played well. Yeah, fun team, fun team. We also took a look at the spreads, and this Necrozma is very specially defensive, Ben. Wonder what the damage amount there was. Yeah, exactly, Alex. Or which amount do you mean? But anyway, fun game. And thank you, Alex. Let's hope I've got it. So, let me rehydrate. And we'll keep going. So, who was participating in the Global Challenge over the weekend? Hope we all had a fun time. If we were... I wasn't able to, actually. I didn't have time. But yeah, I don't really know what team I would have used, actually. Probably would have looked to use something fun, so a restrictor that we don't often see. Maybe a team like this, for example. I haven't actually looked at the results of that yet. Do we know who won the Grand Challenge? Or the Global Challenge? But yeah, how did it go for everyone? Close games are the best games. For sure. You don't feel bad if you lose, feel really good if you win. That's a really good way of putting it, actually, Ben. Yeah. Yeah, just the relief if you were to win a game like that, I guess. If we didn't get the critical hit on the Chi-Yu with the Ogerpon, well, no time to think about that now, because we're getting into our next battle. But as I say, I don't think it would have been too crucial. Okay, so, interesting. Again, a little bit of a mixing of various archetypes right now. So we've got Miraidon and Iron Hands, we've got Chien-Pao and Dragonite, we've got Sneasler, and Vigoroth, little Regulation Set H throwback. So, Landorus is amazing offensively into lots of this team. We've got to be worried about Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao Dragonite, how do I deal with that? Urshifu is probably pretty good into that. How's Frostmoth here? It's actually not bad. Not bad at all. Like, Frostmoth Urshifu, maybe. DUSK main and... It's got to be Landorus. It's got to be Landorus. Maybe Bolt is a better bring for the Miraidon, but... well, we'll find out. Post going around with an insane Terrapagos team. Ooh. Okay, what sort of insane Terrapagos team are we talking, Alex? Sounds interesting. That's Cries and Reg H Trauma. Certainly a Sneasler ban, and there it is, on the field right now. So... I'm just having a moment of forgetting if Sneasler gets Fake Out. It does, right? Either way, we can double protect it. Stall out a Terror maybe as well. Then again, Frostmoth isn't threatened too badly here. It does, thank you. Thanks very much. I'm going to bug buzz Jim Powell. I'm going to detect. Thank you, yeah. It's just been a little while since I've seen Sneasler. But yeah, that makes sense. Oh my goodness. Well played. Feint. To break the protect. They predict that I'm protecting the Urshifu. They have feints. It's cool to see that move in action, to be honest. Wow. Okay, well played. So that lifts the effects of protect, and that means the Icicle Crash goes through. Right, okay. Urshifu hangs on, thankfully. So we can Ice Beam Sneasler into... I ran out of time. That's okay. If I'd had time, I probably would have switched into Necrozma there. Electric Seed Sneasler. I really wish I'd gone into Necrozma there. Oh my goodness. But I ran out of time, so that's on me. I was taken aback by that feint. Ice Beam. Okay. Well, perfect time sending Landorus, really. Unless we bait. Because they could be choice spec, so we make them lock into an Electric-type move. For Necrozma. And switch in Landorus. We'll switch in Landorus. Cool strat with close team sheet. Certainly is, Ronnie, yeah. And hello, Wormseye. Welcome to the chat. So... maybe forcing out a Terror here so we could Sludge Bomb that slot. Ah, Dire Claw. Plus Unburden. It's now very, very speedy, this Sneasler. Ice Beam is kind of forcing out a Terror for them as well. Ice Girl is going to be huge here. I think we Ice Beam Sneasler and we Sludge Bomb Miraidon. Diaclaw, please don't. That's a lot of damage. Don't status us, thank you. They just Draco Meteor. Please don't knock us out. They do. Good. So that turn couldn't really have gone worse. Couldn't really have gone worse, everybody. We could have Terra Steeled there as well. That would have been lovely. We probably now lose the game. Draco Meteor. Yeah, fair enough. I could have and should have predicted that. Okay. And it's Dragonite. Unsurprising. Looked like the Necrozma was floating there. It is floating. Is it supposed to do that? That's fun. So... I kind of just want to protect here, to be honest. Although they could switch into the Chien-Pao, I suppose. I don't think the Necrozma's too threatened, so maybe... The Sunsteel Strike, the Miraidon, I mean, it might Terra Fairy. No, they switch into the Chien-Pao. Still no Terras. Okay, so extreme speed with the sort of ruin on the field, that could well be enough to secure the knockout, but could be choice banned as well, of course. In which case, maybe it would just get the knockout anyway. Now the Miraidon can reset its move, which is quite annoying, actually. Right. Are they Terra Fairy and do they go for it? Also, doesn't Necrozma just go down? I'll try a Sunsteel Strike, it might be the wrong call. They do Terra. Show me Terra Fairy on Miraidon. Maybe you don't in front of a Necrozma. No, it's Terra Electric. So that's still going to resist the Sunsteel Strike. Extreme Speed gets a knockout anyway. Okay, GG. Yeah, I played that terribly. Of course, the Miraidon outspeeds the Landorus. Let's see how much damage this does to the Necrozma. Ooh, it doesn't knock us out, but we've gone for a Sunsteel Strike anyway. How much damage does this do? Great. Well, let's attempt a Photon Geyser. I could have Terra Steeled there to make the Draco Meteor not very effective into the Landorus. This is what I meant about baiting it out. Could have been cleverer about how I played my Landorus there, because it was so strong into their Miraidon, especially with Terra Electric. Yeah, that was the crucial turn, I think, when Landorus just went down. Yeah, I should have borne in mind that it was too threatened there. But otherwise, yeah, the Feint play was very cool on turn 1. And Frostmoth could have been good. I didn't utilise it to its best advantage. I think Ice Beam was putting out a lot of pressure. Yeah, I mean, I think I potentially brought the right Pokemon. The Dragonite wasn't really threatening the Necrozma too much. Even with Stomping Tantrum, we had Prism Armor, we could have Terra Normaled. So yeah, GG. Just, I've got to remember that Miraidon can still knock out Landorus, you know? Something to bear in mind. Thank you for sending me a screenshot. Wow, okay, well, we'll see if it did actually win, Alex. And I see a Dust main team do so well. Yeah, for sure. Biggest weakness is the damage calcs are pretty mediocre. Yeah, like a spread. It's true, Wormseye. It's true. It's not the most offensive Pokemon, but fun to use, nonetheless. Right, let me rehydrate. And we'll continue. Please do like and subscribe if we're enjoying everybody. It really does go such a long way. It might not seem it, but just a couple of little clicks really do help out. Next episode on my podcast is coming out tomorrow, overnight tonight on the audio apps, 3 p.m. on YouTube UK time, with Joe Bernard, Pokemon Trading Card Game caster and content creator. I'm looking forward to you all hearing that episode. It's Joe is such a down-to-earth, friendly guy, and had a really fun chat with Joe. So that's coming out tomorrow. It's a show where we take a stroll through the life stories of people in the Pokemon community, discovering the 6 Pokemon on their dream team along the way, which is always an illuminating time. You learn a lot about a person from the Pokemon they choose. Speaking of Pokemon we're choosing, we got a Terapagos here. Wow, that's Smeargle, that's Ogerpon Hearthflame, that's Tornadus, that's Dondozo, and that's Totsugiri. That is a very devious team. Now, Trick Room, probably our friend here. Wide Guard is huge. in case the Terrapagos goes for its Terastallization, we might then render it unable to damage our Pokemon if we have Wide Guard. So, do we want to set up Trick Room actually? Would this Terrapagos just be faster? Not sure. What's our 101? Okay, Urshifu's really good against the Dondozo. Not sure we want to lead the Frostmoth or not. Urshifu. Go Necrozma, we'll go Frostmoth, and we'll go... We'll go Landorus. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I remember when I didn't really know how Wide Guard worked, back in, you know, when it first came about. Or actually, maybe the move changed. But anyway, I kept... My opponent was going Wide Guard. I kept going for my spread moves because I assumed it would be like Protect, and it would, its chance of failure would rise in succession. But kept getting those Wide Guards. Right, Smeargle and Terrapagos. So, I guess they're wanting to, yeah, just protect the Terrapagos, get it set up. I think it's probably Focus Sash on Smeargle. They might be Fake Out and Carmine. They might Spore and Carmine, I guess. Or Substitute, I suppose. Want a Wicked Blow and Sunsteel Strike. Let's just try and remove this Smeargle from the equation. Sure, they Fake Out. Just go for the Terra Starstorm, sure. That's got to be Specs. And that is really, really bad. For us, that's really, really bad. That is our main way of attacking this Terrapagos. Sunsteel Strike takes the Smeargle out of Focus Sash. I mean, wow. Wow. Even with the Specs, I didn't think that Speed rises sharply, of course. From our perspective, that's the worst possible stat that could have been boosted for the Smeargle, though. Did not think Terra Starstorm would just KO the Urshifu there. We could have just protected as well. So, now they can just get off a very fast Spore, which is not ideal, is it? Not ideal. Okay. In comes Landorus. We're not off to a good start, chat. We're not off to a good start here. I'd love to go for a Sandsear Storm, but can we risk the miss? Probably can't. We can Earth Power Smeargle. I just want to get rid of it, but it might Protect. But do you run Protect on Smeargle? I guess we Sunsteel Strike it as well. They go for a Terra. Oh, they're going for Terrapagos. You just Terra Starstorm. Because we have Frostmoth in the back. Oh, goodness. Well, it's fun. At least neither of our Pokemon are asleep. Decorate. Wow. Well, at least the Smeargle's gone. At least we now get a decent attack into the Terrapagos, but... Okay, so they are faster than our Necrozma. I wonder if how much health will this damage will this do? Yeah, GG. Wow. Best of one closed team sheet, eh? There we go. I should have predicted how threatened the Urshifu potentially was. That's decent damage. On turn one, but yeah, just was not expecting that. At least we now have Wide Guard in play, and they're presumably locked into it because I think that's specs damage. Of course, they now send out Ogerpon, but we do have Terra Dragon. Oof. This Frostmoth is having a lot asked of it. However, I think we Terra Dragon, we Wide Guard, and I think they deal the same amount of damage, yeah. Well, we'll go for a Sunsteel Strike into the Terapagos. At least, hopefully, we're shutting down the Terapagos here. Which actually potentially means we should have targeted down the Ogerpon. Okay, follow me. That's alright. Cool. So at least we do catch them out with Wide Guard. That's right, Attacker Jam, Frostmoth, welcome to the stream. I love Frostmoth. Are you a fan of Frostmoth? Is a Photon Geyser going to get the knockout? Now, how do they approach this turn? Are they going to go for Terra Starstorm again? Or do they switch? And who do they have on the back? Could be Tornadus, I guess. In which case... let's double up onto the Ogerpon, Ice Beam, and Photon Geyser. No. They just stayed in and went for the Terra Starstorm. Oh, dear. So far, not our team, is it? Is it, chat? Not our team. And yes, they did have that play. Super Effective Ivy Cudgel into our Necrozma. Fine. Well, GG. Again, I just, best of one close team sheet stuff, and I could have protected the Urshifu better. We're learning. We're learning. The battles went much better with this team when I was practicing with it over the weekend. But hey, there we go. That's Pokemon for you. And obviously, not the easiest restricted to run, Dustmane Necrozma. So there we go. But hopefully, we now win from here. I agree, Attacker-chan Frostmoth is a very beautiful Pokemon. I love the combination of Ice and Bug as well. It's one of my favourite Generation 8 Pokemon. You thought people were joking, but the team is... right. Wow. That's... sounds like a fun team, Alex. I'm looking forward to looking at the screenshot that you sent me. So... yeah, it was just caught off guard by that team. But now we rehydrate. And we refocus and we continue. Important to take that time, I think, in between each game. Oh dear, our ranking is plummeting. But let's hope that's the last time it does that this stream. So I'll be back 5:45 tomorrow, everybody, with some shiny hunting, and 5:45 on Thursday with my soloing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond with Lediam run, which is a lot of fun, and we're up to Victory Road, so it's going to be... we're nearing the end of that challenge, which is crazy. Make sure you don't miss them. But for now, we're doing VGC, and I have some practice playing with Zacian and Regidrago. I brought that combination to the Birmingham Regional Championships a few weeks ago. But a different team composition otherwise. There was a Zacian Regidrago that did well at San Antonio, but I don't think it had a golden go, so a little bit of a tweak. I'm excited to see this team in action. Again, Frostmoth with wide guard, really, really helpful against Regidrago. Zacian isn't that threatening into us. It might be Terra Ground, Terra Blast, in which case we've got to be careful of for our Necrozma. Landorus is good here. How's Bolt? We haven't brought Bolt yet, have we? It's not amazing. Who do we want to lead? What's our game plan here? Maybe set up Trick Room. I guess we do that. So this, Ursh, Lando maybe? Do we need Ogapon? Go Landorus. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, the nicknames. They're good, aren't they? Thanks, Zach Emerzian, for that. That is the creator of this team. The rental code is in the description below. That is a very cool picture that Marcus here has. I love Lugia. And a shiny Lugia, nonetheless. So, yeah, the rental code is in the description below. And so are all my socials and everything. So, make sure to check those out. So, Zacian and Tornadus. Are you Terra Ground? Do we just protect and see... Frostmoth isn't in the best position here. Nothing can really switch in, unfortunately. I think I want to just... Oh, we could Trick Room, couldn't we? I think I'll just double protect. There's too many variables on this first turn. Okay, they don't Terra. So maybe they're not aiming to Terra Blast on Necrozma. Oh. Oh, goodness. Right. That is brutal. Ugh. I went for Bleak Wind. We could so easily have set up Trick Room there as well. Swords Dance. They might just win now, to be honest with you. They might just win. And now they can set up Tailwind. Oh, brutal. I think we gotta go for the Trick Room and... Crikey. I guess we Ice Beam the Tornadus. I mean, do they attack the Frostmoth? We have the Focus Sash. Right. Let's try and Ice Beam the Tornadus. There's the Tailwind. Okay, that's okay. Does that Focus Sash? It does, okay. I think they were maybe expecting the Sacred Sword to do more, though. I was expecting it to do a bit more. Okay, not bad. Not bad. So. Presumably you'd have Terra Grounded there. Either way, we can Sunsteel Strike this Zacian, and we can... Do we double up on the Zacian? Well, let's be in the Tornadus again. Okay, Tornadus protects. Maybe they just double protect. They don't double protect, okay. How much is this going to do? Okay, it's 2-hit knockout, but they do just get rid of our Necrozma. I was impressed by the damage from Sunsteel Strike, to be honest. Now, I think it's got to be Landorus. And so we can Earth Paralyzation that it kind of forces a Terror or a Switch. The Switch will be good. I think we do it. I think we Earth Paralyzation, and then should we Ice Beam or something else? No, I think Ice Beam probably covers us best. Into the Tornadus. Yeah, Obsession switches. That's unsurprising. Fluttermane. Okay, you're still taking a lot of damage. So Ice Beam gets rid of the Tornadus. We just get some free damage into the Fluttermane. Glad we set up Trick Room here, and I'm glad that our Necrozma took the Sacred Sword that was boosted. Really nice damage onto Fluttermane. Oh, I missed it. Were they Speed Booster? I don't think they were. But either way, they have the Tailwind set up. Golden Go. Okay. This is suddenly looking much better. So, this is 2 more turns of Trick Room. That's nice. Golden Go, presumably Terras, although there might be Terra Steel, I guess. No, I mean, not Terra Steel, anything else, so something that would take an Earth Power better. I don't know, I haven't seen Golden Go very recently. Not sure what to expect. I think we just Earth Power Golden Go and we Ice Beam Flutter. Okay, unsurprising to see a Terra here. Did we need Terra? Should we have Terra Steeled our Landorus? Maybe. Okay, so Fluttermane's just removed, which is nice. Oh, that's such nice damage. They do just go for Make It Rain. Frostmoth's just been sat on the field the whole game. And it takes that Make It Rain really nice. Ice Scale's coming in clutch. Tailwind peters out. So now, you can protect to stall the last turn of Trick Room. Unless you're Specs, although I think Specs would have done more damage. But we can attempt to Earth Powerization. They can't Terra that now, and Bug Buzz the Golden Go, I think. Do we need to Terra? I don't know there's any point. Earth Powerization. They have just reduced their special attack as well. And oh, we could White Guard as well. But let's try and Bug Buzz this Golden Go. Let's try and remove it. Oh wow, they don't stall out the Trick Room. That's crazy. Do they not have Protect on their Zation? Maybe you sacrifice it for Soul's Dance, but that'd be crazy. Wow. Okay, well, that was a game, wasn't it? We did end up winning. Soul's Dancezation, that was cool to see, but then Necrozma, the bulk, really coming in play, able to set up Trick Room, and so we just outspared because they'd set up Tailwind, and we were able to just pick off the pieces one by one. So yeah, Necrozma really was the most valuable Pokemon in that match, I would say. Very cool. Well, welcome to the stream, Lithorion. What a time for you to come in. That was first win with this team on stream, but it was a good one. It was Yeah, tricky matchup against Soul's Dancing. And a perfect way to welcome you in. So, I'm doing brilliantly. Thank you very much, Rich. I've been editing my Safari Week video today, finally. Looking forward to putting that out there. And how about you, Lithorium? Hope you're doing very well. I shall now rehydrate and refocus. Let's capitalize on that win. Let's keep it going. Season reset. Let's see if we can at least make it to Ultra Ball tonight, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Still getting the hang of this team, of course. Some of you might have seen my 8192 Shiny Challenge that I hosted in Birmingham, the video I made of that I put out last week on Friday. Hope you very much enjoyed that. Looking forward to hearing from you what you thought of that. It was so fun. It was how many shinies can we find in an hour on generations 2 to 5 Pokemon games, where the odds are 1 in 8,192. I had a fantastic time. Do check out that video if you haven't already. We did find 2 shinies. It was a lot of fun. Okay, cool team. Brute Bonnet, Indeedee, Tornadus, Koraidon, Armarouge, and Fluttermane. Fortunately, our Necrozma matches up pretty nicely into Psyspam, although Armor Cannon we've got to be careful of. Also, though, we have Wide Guard with Frostmoth, so that can pay a dividend here against Psyspam, if that's the mode they go with. I think... I could try and put things to sleep first, I guess, but we do have Ogerpon, so maybe Ogerpon is a nice bring here. Urshifu as well. Pokemon Urshifu. Go Frostmoth. I'm not sure it's right, and we'll go Necrozma. We haven't brought Raging Bolt yet. We'll see. We'll see when it feels right. Anyway, I'm glad you're doing very well, Rich. Working on some content. Cool. Thank you very much. Well, that's very kind of you. I hope you enjoy. It was quite a saga last Safari Week, as you might remember. So I'm looking forward to sharing that story with people. Last set of streams are where you found my content. Well, nice. Glad that you found it, Rich. That's great to hear. So sad you couldn't make it for that. No worries, Rich. It was good to see you there in Birmingham, though. EYC, there hopefully will be a similar task, a similar challenge, Rich. Watch this space for more information about that. But yeah, hoping to make it a more regular thing at European events. Right, now. This is interesting, isn't it? Indeed, Terra Fairy here. They've set up the sun for us, which is very nice. Do they follow me? What do they want to do here? I want to Ivy Cudgel Indeedee and I want to Wicked Blow it, I think. They do go for a Terra, but if it's Indeedee, Terra Fairy, then you're still taking a big Ivy Cudgel. I hope that we still get the knockout here. We could have Terra'd our Ogerpon as well. Just seemed a bit early for that. Okay, they go for Follow Me. We targeted that slot anyway. Is the Koraidon going for... Oh no. I thought it might be going for Soul's Dance, but it's just Collision Course, but we have our Focus Sash. Let's hope we get the knockout onto this Indeedee here. Potentially we should have Terra'd our Ogerpon. I'd be intrigued to see how much damage it does. Nah, we should get the knockout. Nice. Are you Rocky Helmet? Oh, you are Rocky Helmet. Okay. Not terrible. Not terrible. Because I didn't lead the Size Spam anyway. That's the main reason why we brought Urshifu. Alright, so they've also burned their Terror, which is really good information. So that means Frosmoth and Necrozma threaten Koraidon for super effective. But if we Terror normal, then we take super effective from fighting. They will have a fire type move with this Koraidon, I'm sure. But we could Terror Dragon. So I guess we go Frosmoth. Alright. Targeting Urshifu there seems very strange. Yeah, I know what you mean. I guess it's not guaranteed for it to be Focus Sash, so Special Attack Booster Fluttermane. Or Photosynthesis Fluttermane. That's interesting. You tend to see speed far more commonly these days. So, Frosmoth very threatened here. Ugh, I guess they could Moonblast it as well. What do they want to do here? Maybe reduce our speed? Want to get rid of this Koraidon. But also Fluttermane. Because we're going to Terra Dragon on Frosmoth. Ice Beam. Koraidon. Okay, this could massively backfire, chat. Let's find out. Because if they Moonblast the Frosmoth... However, we do have Ice Scales. Which reduces the damage from super effective moves. Oh no, from special moves. Iron Head. Okay. Please don't flinch. I just Shadow Ball. Please hang on, Frosmoth, you can do it. Oh! With the crit as well. Please don't flinch. Please don't flinch, Frosmoth. Come on, Frosmoth. You can do it. Please don't... Is that Focus Sash? It is Focus Sash. Okay. Oh, please don't flinch, Frosmoth. Please don't flinch. Please don't flinch. Yes! Okay, how much damage is this doing? Oh, really nice. Really nice damage. Who do you have in the back? Is it Landorus? No, it's not Necrozma. Of course it is. Only single target moves. However... We could follow me, couldn't we? Iron Head as well. You don't often see that. So it was Iron Head and Shadow Ball. Frosmoth Ice Scales is incredible. So... I guess we just attack, though. Just Cudgel, Flutter, Ice Beam, Koraidon. Collision Course into Ogerpon. Please hang on. You do hang on. Very bulky Ogerpon playing dividends. Ooh, Icy Wind. Oh, Ogerpon hangs on with one. The clutch survivals in this game. Oh my goodness. Whew. I probably should have gone for the knockout onto the Koraidon, actually. Although, we can now follow me with that 1 HP. Can I just say as well, Frosmoth, that was special attack booster Fluttermane. And it still hung out. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Oh, goodness. This is not good. Not good at all. How much sun? 2 more turns of sun. Armor Rouge. We could have predicted that, given they had the Ndidi, but... We now can't Terrasilize away from our fire weakness with Necrozma, and we also don't really threaten the Armor Rouge for super effective damage, so... Oof. Oof. Tricky. However... really tricky. Let's Ivy Cudgel Koraidon, let's... Oh, goodness. Protect the Necrozma. This is tricky. Right. Let's see what they go for. Oh, okay. The collision caused the Necrozma. That's big. Get the knockout, please. I mean, it should have done, shouldn't it? In the sun. Okay. Okay, not bad, not bad. Trick Room. That might benefit us. Possibly. I'm not sure. Because we can now follow me. I mean, Expanding Force is going to be fine into Necrozma. We can... What other spread moves? Don't think any. They could have Heat Wave, actually. Let's hope they don't. So follow me, and Sunsteel Strike and Photon Guys are going to do similar, aren't they? Okay, I guess I'll Sunsteel Strike the Armor Rouge. Let's see how these damages interact. These damage calculations interact, I mean. And who's moving first? It is Armor Rouge. They just go for the Expanding Force. Surely they have Armor Cannon. We can stall out the Sun. In fact, this might be the last turn. How much damage is this going to do? Oh, that is brutal. That is really not much damage. And Weirdness disappears. I should have gone for the Photon Geyser, shouldn't I? Would have been more damage with the Psychic Terrain. That's a shame. Okay. So, I mean, I don't think there's much else to consider here, really. 3 turns of Trick Room. I guess we protect. Stall it out. Let's protect and see. They do have Armor Cannon, of course. However, we do have Prison Armor. So hopefully we can take one. We saw out the last turn of Trick Room, and then... Ugh, still tricky, but anyway. Then they lower their defenses, though, as well. Might be possible. How much damage is this doing? Right. So much for Prism Armor, huh? Fun game, though. Fun game. Crikey. Hard to remember what was happening earlier on in that game because it was so intense, but it was the Koraidon and the Indeedee lead and Fluttermane in the back as well. The Frostmoth, yeah. Probably wasn't the right bring, was it? It's a Sun matchup after all. We do have Terra Dragon, but still. What would have been better would have been... Well, actually, Raging Bolt could have been really nice in the endgame. And Landorus to threaten the Armor Rouge as well. Yeah, Frostmoth probably wasn't the right bring. But we did bring it down pretty close, at least. What else to report? Urshifu we didn't really get much out of, did we? Yeah, I could have used that better. Yeah, I think I brought the wrong Pokemon. But still, it came down pretty close. Yeah, well, there we go. Very nice. Well, GG's to my opponent. Let me rehydrate. Let me refocus. And we continue. How funny would it have been if in Trick Room our Necrozma actually outsped the Armor Rouge and they just very kindly set it up for us? Alas, not the case. Draco. Appropriately running the Roaring Moon, and this is the team that won San Antonio. It'd feel so good if we can beat this team. Probably the best team right now with our DUSK main Necrozma. Frostmoth matches up so well into most things, just not the Ogerpon Hearthflame. What do they want to do here? Do they want to go Tailwind or Trick Room mode? I think... So, Frostmoth is good, the Necrozma is good. Raging Bolt, not so good again. Landorus, tricky. Urshifu, decent. Who do I want to lead? Frostmoth, Necrozma, Ogerpon, Urshifu. Alright, let's try this. If you want to see me playing with the team that won San Antonio, which is the opponent's team that we've got right now, I streamed that on Tuesday last week. Tuesdays when I stream VGC. So go and check out the video on demand that's on the channel right now. And if you want to practice with this very team that I'm using now, Duskmane, Necrozma, and Frostmoth, the rental code is in the description below. This is an interesting lead. Roaring Moon and Amoonguss. So... Necrozma is kind of threatened here, which is something I should have considered better. Spore is kind of online. Who do I fear more? Acrobatics threatens are super effective as well. Maybe we want to preserve... Oh, we're pretty weak to acrobatics, actually, aren't we? Try Ice Beaming Roaring Moon, and I will Terra Normal Photon Geyser the Amoonguss. Clutch Frostmoth, indeed. Frostmothra. Yeah, certainly is a beast, Lithorium. Love that. I love Frostmoth. Good evening, Rich. I'm so sorry I'm late catching up with these messages here. I am doing very well. I hope you're enjoying this fine Tuesday as well, Rich. And Emerald, thank you so much for the luck. So that's Tailwind. Photon Geyser into the Amoonguss. They don't Terror. Does this one shot? Ah, wishful thinking. Probably should have doubled up on the Amoonguss, but yeah, Spore is very annoying. Could you protect with Frostmoth? So it doesn't take an acrobatics, maybe. Try and Ice Beam the Amoonguss, and I'll try and Sunsteel. I mean, do I stay in? Yeah, Sunsteel Strike, Roaring Moon. Amoonguss switches. Calyrex, yeah, of course I should have Bug Buzz that slot. Of course I should have done. Or Ice Beam the Roaring Moon. I was too laser focused on that Amoonguss. Knockoff. Safety goggles. This was the worst play I could have made. That's very annoying. So many things to consider, aren't there? Always in Pokemon VGC. Right. Sunsteel Strike is super effective into Calyrex, whether it terrors or not. So that's very nice. I can Wide Guard as well. They're probably high horsepower, though. I'm going to attempt Ice Beam the Roaring Moon. Let's hope we wake up. Let's Sunsteel Strike Calyrex. I go for a Terra. It's a Terra Fairy, presumably on the Calyrex. That is what the Terra was on the San Antonio winning team. Of course, what you can do is run a team that looks the same as something else, but then you change up a couple of Terra types or items here. But no, this is going to be the Terra Fairy Acrobatics into FROSMOTH. That's unsurprising. Shall we wake up, Necrozma? Shall we wake up? Oh, of course, and we've Terra'd away from our Glacial Lance Resist. I could easily have White Guarded there as well. Ooh. Ah. Stays asleep. Right. Why didn't I target down the Rory Moon when the Amoonguss switch was so likely? Because now we're in a dodgy position. I think we've got to go Ogapon here. Please wake up, Necrozma. Just as a case of the heaps. Certainly does, Lithoriel. I think here Acrobatics is obviously very threatening onto Ogapon. I think we've got to try and just get rid of the Calyrex, so we Sunsteel Strike it as well. Please hang on. Thank you, Ogapon. Oh, goodness. Necrozma hangs on. Yeah, under the Tailwind, of course, faster than the Ogapon. Spiky Shield would have made far more sense there. Let's wake up, shall we? Thank you. Let's knock out this Calyrex, Necrozma. Oh. Okay. Does a Sucker Punch do it? Ugh. I guess we hope so. It's not looking good, though. Ah, no. Dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, well, I just wasn't playing very well, so I can't really be too upset about that, can I? I have myself to blame. Yeah, I could have done a million better things than target the Amoonguss slot with Ice Beam when it switched out. No, they just have an Acrobatics anyway. But just for our own little victory, let's Sucker Punch and get rid of this Calyrex. Imagine if we didn't. Yeah, probably Ice Beam the Roaring Moon would have been good. Or doubling up onto the Amoonguss, to be honest, to prevent a Spore on the very first turn. Because the sleep was absolutely crucial in their victory. It was an interesting mood seeing that lead, sorry. I said mood because I was thinking Rory Moon and lead. Interesting lead seeing Rory Moon and Amoonguss. So, how was my lead? Maybe Ogapon, yeah, Ogapon probably would have been a better lead, wouldn't it? Just in case they led the Amoonguss. Yeah, I sort of had my Pokemon all out of position. But then the turn they Glacial Lance, they were not respecting the wide guard. I could have protected more to stall out some turns of sleep with my other Pokemon. So, we live and we learn with this team, don't we? Well, GG to my opponent. I will once more rehydrate and refocus. And we continue. Please do like and subscribe if we're enjoying, everybody. Would mean a huge amount. It really does go such a long way, much more than it might initially seem. Did I do the Global Challenge Pokemon Trainer Emerald? No, I did not. Actually, I didn't have time this time around. How about you? How did everyone's Global Challenges go? I hope that your luck was on your side and you had a good time, most importantly. Zamazenta, Chimpao, Fluttermane, Oakmon, Cornerstone, Incineroar, Raging Bolt. Necrozma matches up pretty well into the Zamazenta. How do I want to play this? How's Frostmoth here? Not great. We don't really block much with Wide Guard with Frostmoth. Lander is good. We've got to be wary of Chimpao. Ogerpon is good as well. Urshifu. Decent. Bolt. It's kind of fine. How do we want to lead here? Clear Amulet is good. Ogerpon, Ursh, Lando, and Necrozma. Let's try this. The Global Challenge was a wild ride as always. Sure it was, Lithorium. Day 1 you finished well, day 2 was diabolical at best. That's often the way, isn't it? I've had a couple of strong day 1s with Grand and Global Challenges, like finishing 11 and 4. And then day 2 it's always just... like win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. At best. So yeah. Clever of me to lead 2 physical attackers when they have the threat of an Urshifu, the Incineroar, isn't it? Really clever. Really clever. Oh well. I don't think I mind this lead. Do we just double protect? I think we probably do. We could switch, reset that Intimidate drop. Don't think I mind that. I don't think I mind switching in Necrozma for Ogerpon and protecting with Urshifu. Try and get a little bit of momentum. If they throat chop the Ogerpon slot, then wow. Is all I have to say to that. Wow. Okay, they fake out the Urshifu. That's good. Fine. Okay. Like that. So, now, got a couple of cats on the field, double dark lead as well. Do they even have something like Throat Chop? That's the question. We can Sunsteel, Strike, Chimpao, and... it's close combat Incineroar. I probably should be, yeah, terrestrializing the Necrozma here. They do have Throat Chop. Close combat does one-shot. Even with the Intimidate. That's amazing. That's really good. Didn't really need to switch out our Ogerpon there, did I? Yeah, it was the Intimidate drop, but... it's kind of a bit of a gamble, isn't it? Whether Chimpao will have Sacred Sword or Throat Chop. Even if I had Sucker Punch, obviously we'd be taking super effective damage there. That's Fluttermane. Do we just protect on a Crozma? We do have Focus Sash, so that's nice. Or do they double up onto our Urshifu? Because I really want to get rid of this Gym Pow. Makes us much safer. Let's Wicked Blow this Gym Pow. Let's hope they don't double up onto Urshifu. That's Terra Fluttermane. Terra Fairy. Yeah. It was pretty obvious that you double target the Urshifu there. Yeah, Dazzling Gleam. Wow, okay, you don't see Dazzling Gleam that often, actually. Yeah, I was not... It's always hard to tell, though, isn't it? Whether the obvious play is just too obvious or not. Okay, well, either way. Into Ogerpon. Ugh, very annoying, very annoying. If you switch in Landorus, it takes a big Dazzling Gleam. There's presumably Specs as well. I don't think we saw a booster energy there. Oh, it's not looking good. Okay, let's just attempt to stay in. I'm kind of in my opponent's hand, the palm of my opponent's hand here. I'm not playing well enough. Yeah, Sucker Punch. Could have Trick Roomed there. Maybe it's not Specs. I don't know. Okay, well, at least we now get our Landorus in. I'm very annoyed about losing my Urshifu. Yeah, I made too obvious a play. Didn't respect my opponent enough then. So that's on me. This isn't bad, though. Oh, I'd forgotten we'd already knocked out their Incineroar, of course. Okay. So it is 2 versus 2. And they have Terra'd. We have not. Terra Steel on Landorus, though. Zamazenta's pretty threatened. Are they locked into Dazzling Gleam? In which case... Earth Power Zama, Terra, Ivy Cudgel, Fluttermane. This could still work out. I'm assuming that Terra on Ogerpon with the +1 gets the knockout into Fluttermane. A Heavy Slam. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. They just outspeed anyway, of course. That's really not ideal. We get the crit on Fluttermane, so we don't know if it mattered. I doubt it did. Well, now they just outspeed and they go for a body press. I didn't deserve to win that, but I'm pleased kind of with how close it was in the end. Unless they make a mistake and go for a Heavy Slam. Oh, they just protect. Okay. True, yeah, the Heavy Slam did do more damage than I expected, didn't it, Rich? Actually, that means what could have been a better play is Terra stealing the Landorus. It's just them with weak to body press, but it's still... I wasn't thinking about the damage counts clearly enough. Yeah. If they're locked into Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, I could have anticipated that, actually. Terra steal the Landorus because they're locked into Dazzling Gleam, it seems. Etc. I don't really know why they protected there, to be honest. We can play a Spiky Shield protect mind game here, I guess. But we'll just go for an overcutting. They just go for a body press. So we could have Spiky Shielded there. Anyway. GG. Yeah. Well played by my opponent. Not well played by me. Yeah, Terra Steel and Landorus would have been safer. I just wasn't thinking clearly enough about the Flustermane and the Zamazenta KOing the Landorus before it could move. Therefore, Terra Steel would have been a good option there. Yeah. Clearly my head isn't quite in this competitive, and that's fine. We have days like that, don't we? Sometimes we're just not in the right... sometimes our VGC calculations, that frame of mind is not firing on all cylinders. And tonight is one of those nights. And we're having fun playing with the team, and that's the most important thing. Good luck, Charlie. Yes, indeed, Ronnie. And I'm glad that you're still with us. You're still sticking around, Ronnie. I thought maybe you'd have ducked out now to make your call, but lovely to have you here. Please do like and subscribe if you're enjoying, everybody. Now, anything else to report on that game? Yeah, I lost my Urshifu far too freely, and that's on me. That was a bad play. Needed to be a little bit more... yeah, just sort of thinking a couple of turns ahead there, I guess. Then, of course, Terra stealing the Landorus would have been better. In terms of leads, I don't know why I switched out the Ogerpon for Necrozma on that first step. Well, I do know it's to reset the Intimidate, but I didn't need to risk taking so much damage on the Necrozma coming in. So yeah, all sorts of things that could have gone better. I shall now rehydrate. You're in class. Fair enough, Ronnie. Well, thank you for joining. And I hope it's a good class. I'll refocus, as always. And we continue. This might be the last battle of stream, or it might be the last couple. We'll have to see how long this one takes. It's not a brilliant win-loss record, is it? But we're playing with a fun team, and that's what matters. Always a pleasure. Well, always a pleasure to have you in the stream, Ronnie. So, what do we got? Shadow Rider. I think we've been up against a different restricted every single game this stream, which is fun. It's great. So Wide Guard on Frostmoth is lovely. Terra Normal on Necrozma is lovely. The Sneasler and Urshifu got to worry about after we go for the Terra. Do they lead with the Calyrex? Not sure. Urshifu is obviously really good here as well. Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt, so far, it's never seemed like the right game for it. What about here? Here might actually be an argument for it. Do we want to bring Landorus, though? I think we bring Raging Bolt here. I would like to lead Frostmoth. The classic. For this team, anyway. Frostmoth, Duskmane. Definitely not the classic outside of this team. Barely see those Pokemon. Frostmoth, Necrozma, Urshifu, and Raging Bolt. Alright, Raging Bolt, welcome to the stream, finally. Let's see what we can do. Next stream will be 13-0. Yeah, maybe Lithorium. Maybe. Exactly. Happens sometimes, for sure. Totally agree with you, Lithorium. Where does your online name come from, by the way, Lithorium? It's really interesting. Chimp Power Tornado, so I don't lead the Calyrex, which is annoying. Ugh, yeah, this lead isn't great into what I've led, is it? But we can switch in the Bolt. I don't know, actually. So, what we can do... We're threatened by a Bleak Wind Storm, but Ice Scales reducing the damage of special attacks is really nice here. I want to get rid of the Chi and Power as quickly as possible. We can... Bug, Buzz, Chi and Power. We can Terra Normal. We can Sunsteel Strike the Chi and Power as well. Alright, let's do this. You got a PS3 when you were about 12. I want a name without numbers. You made Lithorium up. Wow, cool. Was it inspired by anything in particular? It's really interesting. Really unique. Thank you for explaining. Ah, Chi and Power protects. That's so annoying. Taunt. That is fine. So they're shutting down Wide Guard. Which means actually we don't want to give them a free switch in really to the Calyrex. So Taunt is going to last for 2 more turns. FROSMOTH still isn't really threatened though. I kind of want to go Bug, Buzz on Chi and Power, and then, well... I will double up onto the Chi and Power because it might have Sacred Sword. So they Tailwind, let's see. We do have Terra Normal, of course, on our Necrozma as well. Ice Spinner. Which is good, really good, into Calyrex Shadow. Okay, so Chi and Power's out of here. Who do they send in here? I've got the Tailwind set up. That's Calyrex. This is why there was an argument for not getting a knockout on that turn, so that we could then reset the Taunt, but then of course they still have Tornadoes on the field anyway. Or... no, I'm not sure. Anyway. However, the Calyrex isn't that scary right now, to be honest. Kind of like trying to get rid of this Tornadus, and we Sunsteel Strike the Calyrex. Goes for the Psychic. How much damage does it do? Right. Gets the knockout with a critical hit. I doubt it would have done otherwise. Got the knockout, I mean. Bleak Wind Storm, now single target. Lovely. Let's hope this Ice Beam one-hit KOs. It does. That's really nice. Because now we can Wide Guard. We're no longer taunted. And we can't be taunted by Tornadoes because it's down. Have they terrored... no. I think Urshifu is the play. They sent out their Urshifu. It's the Rapid Strike. We've got Raging Bolt waiting in the back. That's very nice. We're forcing out a Terror here. Do they go for Astral knowing that we can Wide Guard? Because they can't Psychic. They get a nasty plot, I guess. They presumably Terra Fairy. We can Wicked Blow the Calyrex slot. Still good damage. They do have a special attack boost. I think we do Wide Guard and we Wicked Blow the Calyrex. Terra, unsurprising. What Terra are you? Are you Terra Fairy? Maybe a Terra Dark. In which case, Close Combat would be great. Terra Grass. Okay. Well, that's neither here nor there with this. Let's see if they did go for the Astral Barrage. They didn't. However, no, we don't. Hang on. Either way, the Calyrex outspeeds. They still have the Tailwind up as well, so that's something to bear in mind. So the Urshifu goes first as well. However, we are giving this Calyrex some free special attack boosts. Here comes a Raging Bolt. Does Thunderclap get the knockout? It probably doesn't because it's Terra Grass. That's very annoying. But do they get the knockout? They are +2 with their Calyrex. I haven't seen what item they are. It's the last turn of Tailwind, but we can't really protect because of their Urshifu. We could Sucker Punch. We could Sucker Punch. We could Sucker Punch the Calyrex. We can Thunderbolt the Urshifu. No, of course they. Oh, Aquajet. Oh dear. No, it's going to be single target. Are they specs? They just get the one-hit knockout, even though we have the Assault Vest. Yeah, I'm not feeling it tonight, chat, to be honest with you. I'm not in the... my VGC cylinders are not firing, and that's fine, as I say. But yeah, of course, the Aquajet, and they had the Tailwind as well. Oh, well. Yeah, also our lead, they were able to counter our lead. Yep, although if they led the Tornadoes and the Calyrex, then they could still have just got the Taunt off and shut down our Frostmoth. So there is that. But we Terra Normal Dart and Necrozma before the Calyrex came out, so that didn't really benefit us, did it? Otherwise... It is a team that matches up well into Calyrex Shadow Rider, the one that we're using. But yeah, just didn't make the right plays. Should have led something else, probably. So it's a tricky team to get your head around and use properly, but having fun with it anyway. So, wow, okay, so not much basis for Lithorium. That's interesting. Try sitting in your room at your grandparents' house. Wow. Some sounds you like. Very cool. It's cool that you stuck with it as well. Am I pronouncing it right, by the way? Terra Grass is, yeah, it kind of, well, it covers for Spore, I guess is the main thing. It covers for a Thunderclap as well. I should have Thunderclaps that slot. It might still have got the knockout, although I kind of doubt it. You have days like that. You won't be able to stream, you get too angry with yourself. Fair enough, Alex, fair enough. Thank you very much, Alex. Well, I've got a surname to live up to with the surname Merriman. So then, everybody, let's make it one last battle of stream tonight. Let's make it a good one. Let's try and end on a win, shall we? Let me rehydrate. All right, let's keep going. Just refocusing there. Important to do in between games. Yeah, not a very good ratio, is it? But oh well, we're having fun. That's the most important thing. You honestly respond to most things, but I say it correctly. Nice. I wonder what other pronunciations you found. I'm glad I'm saying it correctly, Lithorium. Streaming and enjoying spending time with chat. Yeah. It's true. Comfort streamer. I love that. Thank you so much, Lithorium. That's a wonderful nickname to have, comfort streamer. Certainly when you're streaming, yeah, you react differently than if you're playing alone. Puts things into perspective, for sure. Goodness, my surname was Madman. Yeah, good point. Good point, Alex. That's not a surname I'd want to live up to on the anger front. Okay, we found our final opponent. Is it going to be another different restrictor? We've had entirely different restricteds. It is! Oh my goodness, that's Palkia. I'm so excited. I'm very pleased that I've decided to do one more battle because that is a Palkia and you never see that. At the same time, my opponent's thinking, what? That's a Duskmane Necrozma. You never see that. And a Frostmoth. So then, what can we do here? Water Dragon type. We do have our Raging Bolt. That's the only thing that threatens it for super effective damage. Wow, what do we expect from this team? Pokemon Wellspring as well. Golden Go, Clefairy, Roaring Moon. Let's try and on a win. Let's see what we can do. Do you want to set up Trick Room? Possibly. Although I guess that Palkia could have Trick Room as well. We don't match up very well into Palkia, do we? Urshifu, Frosmoth, Lando, and Necrozma. That was very close. I also kind of ran out of time to think properly. So let's see if that works out. Well, that's very kind of you to Thorum. He's a good player, learns from losses. Well, I try and learn from the losses. We all have those games, don't we, where we make mistakes that we made before. But, hey. So, excited for this team. Palkia and Roaring Moon. Palkia is so cool. I personally am Team Palkia over Dialga. How about all of you? Palkia or Dialga? So, it's just pressure, not telepathy with Palkia as well. Speed booster. We can close combat the Roaring Moon, baiting out a Terra maybe. We could also Ice Beam it. Maybe I prefer... I could Terra Stellar, I guess. Seems a bit early for it. Wicked Blow Palkia and Ice Beam Roaring Moon. Okay, let's do this. You're a Palkia fan as well, Athorium. Good to hear, good to hear. They're terrestrializing. Their Roaring Moon is becoming flying. Good. We Ice Beamed instead of close combated. Learning how to lose. Love listening to the post-game process of understanding leads and plays. Yeah, exactly, the Thorium. It's so important, isn't it? They're just going for the Urshifu while we have the Focus Sash. And they're not setting up Tailwind, so that's nice for us. Flamethrower. But we hang on. Ice Scale's huge. Wow. Wicked Blow. Very good damage. Down to about a third. Ice Beam. Is this going to KO? Oh, no. Just about hangs on. But Sucker Punch very much online here. So now, who do we Sucker Punch? We could Terra Dragon our Frostmoth, but it might be a bit bold. Also, I can't remember now if the Urshifu or Palkia went first. Sucker Punch, the Palkia, Protect, Frostmoth. Nice. They switched the Roaring Moon. Good thing we didn't suck a bunch of that slot. But they could have just protected the Palkia, I suppose. Maybe they haven't. Oh! Oh! Huge. Well, this is a nice battle to end on, isn't it, everybody? It's not over, but it's looking much better. That's their restricted down. Here comes Roaring Moon again. Acrobatics obviously threatens the KO onto Urshifu. Maybe I don't mind that. Maybe we get in on a Crozma. Or maybe they go for the Frostmoth. Maybe I'll stay in. And we'll attempt to Wicked Blow the Roaring Moon. And we'll attempt to Ice Beam the Roaring Moon as well. Sure. They probably follow me. They do. But oh well. So they're targeted here. Knockoff. I'm glad I didn't switch in the Necrozma to that slot. Someone got the special art card of Palkia at work today. Congratulations, Lithorium. That's quite the rare pull. Very cool. How coincidental as well. And that's really good damage, actually, from Wicked Blow onto the Clefairy. Now, we still haven't terastallized, which is very nice. I think probably Landorus here. Threaten with the KO with Sludge Bomb onto the Clefairy. We could have done with Sunsteel Strike as well, but then we're kind of forced into the Terror because they have knockoff with Roaring Moon. So Landorus goes first. That's really nice. So that means we can Sludge Bomb into the Clefairy slot and we could even detect with our Urshifu. Maybe we do that. Detect, Sludge Bomb, Clefairy. Follow me. They Acrobatics and Landorus. Surely we take this. We do. Nice. Very good. Okay, now we have the reveal of their final Pokemon. We still have the Necrozma in the back. Raging Bolt really didn't do anything today on stream, which is a shame. It's Golden Go. Nice. So now we can Sucker Punch the Roaring Moon and protect our Landorus. Oh, Urshifu, I mean. Do we want to do that? Oh, actually, we don't need to. Yeah, we can just Sucker Punch Roaring Moon and we can Earth Power. Okay. Force Roaring Moon to protect. Earth Power goes off next. Very nice. So that's how we didn't even need to bring the Necrozma to this game. I restricted. That's what can happen when you're more on it. Which finally, by the end of stream, I've reached that point. Sucker Punch and Sludge Bomb. Battle was cancelled. Well, GG. Well, nice to end on a win, and it's cool to see a Palkia coming out at the end of stream as well. We made the right call there, where they switched the Roaring Moon. We Sucker Punched the Palkia slot instead of the Roaring Moon slot. So that was good, and yeah, we kept the pressure on. The Landorus was so nice to be able to deal with the Clefairy. Didn't need to bring the Necrozma out. We still hadn't used Terra, and we could have Terra Normals to get around the knockoff from Rory Moon. Anything else to report? Yeah, no, I like how I played that. It was a shame, really, not to see Palkia achieve more in that game, because it was really cool to see a different restricted being brought. Also, Frostmoth taking the Flamethrower. I mean, ice scales, but it's still double weak to fire-type moves. So, really huge, and such a good ability. Frostmoth. Ice Beam into the Rory Moon was so good as well, instead of the close combat. So, yeah, all good, really. Thank you very much, Alex. Yes, always good to end on a win, for sure. So, what do we all think? What do you all think of the team? I didn't pilot it to the best of its ability. As I say, the battles went better off-stream over the weekend, but so fun to use Zakamerzian's DUSK main Necrozma and Frostmoth team. Two Pokemon that you very rarely see. If you want to try it out yourselves, the rental code is in the description below, as is Zach's post, where he advertised, the fact that he made this team publicly available. Do go and try it out. Fun to use a slightly different restricted into the metagame that's pretty well established at this point in Regulation Set G. Developing all the time, but obviously this isn't our first rodeo of Regulation Set G. Please do like and subscribe if you've enjoyed, everybody. Once more, would really mean a huge amount. It does go such a long way. Approaching 700 subscribers now, and I only recently got to 650, so real momentum. It's very exciting times, so thank you all so much for being a part of this content creation journey that I am embarking on. Tomorrow, 5:45, as usual, I am streaming my Pokemon Silver Dream Team quest. I'm still resetting for Totodile. I have been doing some resets off stream as well. We're nearly at 2,000 resets, I think, for Totodile. Looking forward to seeing you there. Pokemon Silver is my favorite game of all time, so I cannot wait to continue with that quest. Hope to see you there, 5:45 tomorrow, and then 5:45 on Thursday. Continuing my soloing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond with Lediam Run, and we're at the Victory Road, if you can believe it. We've beaten all the gyms. And then it's the Elite Four. We are nearing the end of that challenge, but the Elite Four might take a good few attempts. Friendship bonuses are going to be crucial as well. So that's going to be Thursday, 5:45. Shiny Hunting tomorrow, 5:45. And Pokemon Silver. Come for a little bit of a nostalgic throwback. And thank you so much for joining for VGC today. I've got all my socials linked below. I'm at Chazingdra on X, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok. Please do follow along on there. It would be a pleasure to see you. Overnight tonight on the audio apps, the next episode on my podcast, Chazingdra Chats, drops with trading card game caster and content creator Joe Bernard. I had a really fun chat with Joe. Such a down-to-earth presence. Always a lot of fun whenever he's on the roster of an event. I really enjoy hanging out with Joe, so I hope you enjoy hanging out with both of us tomorrow. So dropping overnight tonight on audio apps and 3 p.m. UK time tomorrow on YouTube. Look forward to that. Check out my Birmingham 8192 Shiny Challenge video if you haven't already. I'm sure you will enjoy it, and I hope it's a thing that we can make happen at more competitive Pokemon events in the EU region going forward. So then, everybody, with that being said, looks like a great team, but one that takes practice. Exactly like the Eternatus team, Alex. Definitely need to practice with this team. And incidentally, that Birmingham 8192 Shining Challenge video, Alex, of course, designed the thumbnail, who's in chat right now. So thank you again to you, Alex. And yeah, we need to get a few reps in with this team to use it properly, I think. Thoroughly enjoyed watching this. Oh, I'm very pleased. Great seeing Necrozma. I'm such a pleasure to have you in the stream, Lithorium, and thank you again for explaining the origins of your online name. Always a pleasure to see you. I'm very pleased you enjoyed. And thank you so much, Alex, as well. Glad that you had a fantastic time. So then, everybody, with that being said, I will see you 5:45 tomorrow for some Pokemon Silver Shiny hunting. And whatever you do, everybody, as usual, you make sure you have a very merry rest of your day. See ya.